Hello, Bobbie McGrath.
Hello, it's so nice to see you, Tracey.
All the way over there in the US. So tell me, Bobbie, why do Australian agents need to hear the information that you have? I know that you're highly experienced. So, what's the history that you bring to all of your knowledge about home staging and, of course, the important thing for real estate agents is business success?
Well, this is it. I look at home staging as being, think of it this way. The listing photos that realtors put out into the world actually say more about them than it does even about the listing. And so realtors who understand this, realtors who want to be building a strong business now as well as in the future, they realize every single photo that goes out is a branding of them and their business. So that's why it's so important. It's not so much about making the house look pretty. I'm over that. It's about making it marketable. And it's about showcasing the agent's ability to be the expert in the selling process. So that's why I think it's so important to the mix.
And Bobbie, you've had a lot of experience with agents. I mean, you have worked for over 12 years in over 5,300 homes and with over 200 agents in your local area. So this is not information that you've just decided is interesting, but in fact, you have seen the ones who have succeeded.
Yes, in fact, I was going to share this with you. One of the realtors who I adore, Lee Goldstein, I think there's a video with Lee somewhere in our mix. Lee just announced that he has opened a satellite office in another city in Wilmington. And so I'm so very proud of him because he and his wife, Graceland, I've been working with them now. We were talking about the other day, it's been like maybe 4.5 years. When I first met them, they were agents working under the umbrella of another company. And then as he was building his business and he was realizing he was putting together a process that didn't really fit in with the other company. But the deal was he was becoming so successful, he was thinking, wait a minute, why am I paying them all this money? Yeah. I know I can do better. So then he opened up his company, Interest Realty. And so during that time, he is a process, that's what he's all about. And so he focused in on getting a process that worked. And he's now to the point where he will tell clients with an occupied home, he will say, we stage every listing. And if the folks say, no, we're not going to do that, he says, well, then I don't know if this is a fit because it's the process. And his success is speaking for itself. And I recently spoke to him and his team. And there was a woman there, and she was from the Wilmington area. And he said, things might be happening. And so he just yesterday, as a matter of fact, posted up that their new office is opening in Wilmington. So I'm really, really excited. And I think he's at 20 agents now. Hello.
Wow.
I think his office 2.5 years. He himself is over at 20 agents, and now he's got that Wilmington office. So the sky's the limit.
Wow.
And that's someone who saw an opportunity. That was someone who understood it was more than getting a sign out in front of the house and just throwing some pictures up there. He gets it. And that's what I want to share because he's been he's been an asset to me too, because we talk about things. And so, we've tried things to see what truly, truly works because I don't care about theories. I really don't. Theories mean nothing to me. If you want to get a PhD in theory, go ahead. But if you want to get a sale and you want to get a good pipeline, you put feet to it, right? So anyway, see me on my soapbox.
Love your soapbox, Bobbie. And it brings to mind that you have done a lot of research on the Australian real estate market. And obviously you've already been working with real estate agents here in the webinar series. So tell me, you're in a more mature market than we are. How does your experience translate to here as far as, I always call you the future of real estate in Australia?
Well, this is what I find fascinating because it is not as utilize within the Australian market, staging. There's such a wonderful, the world is your oyster. You get to determine the direction that your business goes. I mean, right now I have quite a few realtors who contact me about staging. More and more are saying we want to stage every single listing. So see, the ante is being raised. But if I were to find myself in a market where maybe one realtor was staging the properties and all the others weren't, first thing I would do is stage every single listing. I would make all of my listing presentations. I would be talking about that, and I would be showing some photographs of how well even a $150,000 house can look fantastic, especially when you compare it against its competition. So if I could, I've said this before, if I could go to Australia, I would become a realtor immediately, because you can control the market. You could really control the market. That's what's so exciting. That's what's so exciting. That's why I love talking with my Australian realtors and those who've actually put feet to the things we've talked about. Well, heck, Tracey, I know you can share lots of success stories on that. So, yeah, Australia is a fertile ground right now for really, really setting the stage.
And Bobbie, we're looking for visionary realtors, as you say, visionary real estate agents in Australia. Describe what a visionary real estate agent is to you.
Well, to me, a visionary realtor, real estate professional would be someone who they're not willing just to stick by and do things the way that it's been done because that's the way it's always been done. They realize there's validity in many of the, the traditions of how real estate is being presented. But they also realize that there's more. And the advent of the internet and the importance of the photographs that go out into the internet, etc., all of that, a visionary realtor is one who's willing to just say, okay, so this is the way we're supposed to go, but you know what, I want to see what it's like, what happens when I go over here. And those visionary realtors are the ones who are courageous enough to step out of that regular rut and create a new path. So visionary realtors know things can be done differently, and they know that things can be done better. And so those are the ones. And also visionary realtors, I want to see realtors who are not interested in the status quo of having, 5 to 12 listings in a year. They're looking to exponentially increase the amount of listings that they have. They have a vision for the future, and they're willing to do the work now. So if they look at themselves 5 years from now and they look back, they can look back and remember that the day they joined us for this course, that was the day that started them to the path to that success down the future. That's what I'm